In February 2026, investigators stopped using one word. Not publicly, not dramatically, quietly. For nearly 30 years, Amy Lynn Bradley's disappearance was explained as a fall. But this February, internal case notes reveal something different. Not a fall, not a suicide, not an accident, a transfer. And the most disturbing part? The timeline finally makes sense. Amy was last seen just before dawn, barefoot, calm, sitting on her cabin balcony. Minutes later, gone. For decades, that gap meant nothing. In February 2026, analysts rebuilt the ship's activity schedule down to the minute. What they discovered was precise. There was a 7-minute window, shift change, cleaning rotation, temporary access doors unlocked, passenger cameras pointed elsewhere. If someone knew the ship's routine, that window wasn't random. It was opportunity, and only staff understood it. But timing alone doesn't prove movement. What happened next? February 2026 investigators revisited archived crew transfer records. One entry stood out: an unscheduled corridor access during the exact minute Amy vanished. It wasn't logged as suspicious in 1998. It is now. The corridor connected passenger decks to restricted service elevators. Elevators not visible to guests. Elevators that bypass surveillance angles. For years, that detail was ignored. Now it's central, because accidental falls don't require elevators. But here's where it gets unsettling. Someone may have seen her. Over the years, multiple witnesses reported seeing Amy after the cruise. Different islands, different ports, different dates. For decades, those sightings were treated as unreliable. In February 2026, behavioral analysts reviewed them again. The descriptions matched in one chilling way. She didn't look injured. She looked controlled, standing near someone, moving with someone, not speaking freely. And every sighting occurred near port cities known for trafficking routes in the late 90s. That connection was never formally emphasized before. It is now. But the most important development isn't the sightings. It's what happened when her family spoke publicly. Each time Amy's case gained media attention, something strange happened. Sightings stopped. Tips dried up. Then months later, reports resumed in different locations. February 2026 analysts mapped this pattern. It resembles relocation behavior. When attention increases, movement pauses. When attention fades, movement resumes. That pattern suggests control, not randomness, not coincidence. Control. And then came the final February discovery. The one investigators can't ignore. An internal maritime safety audit from the late 90s resurfaced in early 2026. It referenced vulnerabilities in early morning deck monitoring. Specifically, blind spots near balcony corridors, temporary camera repositioning during cleaning, delayed reporting windows before port docking. None of this proves what happened, but it explains how something could happen. Without chaos, without witnesses, without immediate alarm. For decades, the question was, did Amy fall? In February 2026, the question changed. Who had access? Who understood the timing? And who benefited from silence? Investigators are no longer focused on the ocean. They're focused on systems. Because systems create patterns. And Amy's disappearance now fits a pattern. Not of accident, but of movement. Amy Lynn Bradley didn't vanish into water. She vanished during a window someone understood. And February 2026 may be the first time that window finally closed.